What's good, y'all? It's Jared Franklin. I'm about to break down the lyrics to my song, Coffee. Let's get it. If he don't come with heat, don't give a fuck if he froze. Up my energy, I got a cup of the Joe. So it's become like a trope or something for some reason in rap to just talk about like your jewelry or whatever. And people will like just kind of play the persona of being what they think a rapper is, which is I guess just like rich or like somebody who thinks they're rich because they got some jewelry or something like that. And motherfuckers will care more about that, like showing what they have than actually making the music or actually being a rapper. So this is just me saying like I don't give a shit like what you got or even what you got to talk about. Like if you don't come with heat, if your shit ain't fire, like I don't care. I don't really care about anything else. I ain't got a car cause nigga I'm on a roll. She can't touch my heart cause she was all on the pole. Yeah, so when I made this song, I didn't have a car. I still don't, never had a car. That's gonna change soon, I hope, but yeah, just me being honest. Yeah, I think a lot of people really have like really bad relationship and like, for lack of a better term, spiritual hygiene. Like, I don't really want anybody too close to me that is will just allow anybody in their space or into their privacy. Like, because you know that shit rubs off on people. Like the energy you get from other people and you know the energy that you allow yourself to have or be exposed to, like it rubs off. So I try to be as diligent with that as possible. I don't need no coke cause I go far off a cone. Got the upper hand cause this a bar on the low. I think the only thing I do, like I guess you could say drug wise, is like smoke weed. Like I don't mess with anything else. And I feel like if I've been too high off of weed, I don't need to do anything else. That's cool enough for me as far as I'm gonna go. I think a lot of rappers, like I was saying earlier, just like have lost respect for the craft or like they don't really care. They're not really in it for that in the first place. And I think people forget just because there's so much like fast food that comes out, like people kind of forget how important it actually is. And it's to the point where like, even if you listen to something that has a lot of technical ability in it and you can't tell, like people still have like an innate preference for something that is like, I guess you could say artisan, and you know, just had something that has expertise, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's just me sneaking that into talking about that itself. They just play their part, but I think I'm on a whole. They just play their part, but nigga, I'm about the whole. I'm a firm believer in the idea that true power is silent. Like, if you really know what you're capable of, you don't have to prove that to anybody else, let alone yourself. So, you know, the people that are loud about what they're capable of and things like that, or, you know, what they've done or like who they know or whatever, it's like, it kind of just makes it look like you're overcompensating, to be honest. And I think a lot of people, not just in music, but a lot of people just period do everything for themselves. Like, and they don't really understand how connected they are to other people as much as they would like to think they aren't. And you know, so I always, as much as I can, I try to be intentional about what I'm doing and how it's affecting not only me but other people. I had to make a decision. What comes after I'm making my living? I got the game in position. Now I'm about to go make an incision. This is just kind of me saying that when I got into not just rap but making music, it was always just because I love to do it. It didn't really have much to do with everything else. So like when people, you know, a lot of people get into it just for money or attention and things like that. And I was thinking like, man, what comes after that? Like what, like that, a lot of people will get the things that they came for, and when it has nothing to do with music, then they stop caring about the music. So I don't know. That's just kind of what my thought process was when it came to that. I was a little pretentious. Don't know if I was fit for the mission. But I had to come to my senses because half of these niggas pretending. I think anybody that like really cares about something is gonna go through like a little bit of imposter syndrome, and especially in like hip hop because you know it's as much as fake as people are, it's a thing about how real you actually are, and I think a lot of people have like lost that as a standard. They don't really care as much about that as they used to, but it's something that matters to me, so I try to uphold that as best I can. And I was just also saying that the apprehensions that I had, the imposter syndrome that I had, I came to my senses at a certain point and realized the game is wide open for me, because there's so many people that are just afraid to tell the truth, or like they think that's not gonna take them anywhere. They don't find any confidence in what they've actually gone through, or don't realize that there's other people that can actually relate. So I try to take advantage of that. I bossed up, y'all on crutch. I'm on the run while all of you stuck. Y'all want the bread, don't fuck with the crust. I'm on your head like I dropped from above. If you treat music right, she's gonna treat you right. And so a lot of the people that, come into a certain field for something other than what they're doing, there's no longevity in something that you don't really have an interest in or put any stake in. And then that's also why I said, y'all want the bread, but don't fuck with the crust. It's like a lot of people want like the rewards that come with hard work without the hard work. And that's because they're not in it for whatever it is. And it's a lot easier to go through the hard work if you actually care about what you're doing. They ain't gonna say what they missing. Little niggas stay on they big shit. It's a whole lot of game on the wish list. It's a broke nigga paying attention. And people really just have a problem with telling the truth about themselves, because they for some reason people just have the idea that just because you have a certain perception about somebody means they don't go through hardships as well. Or, nobody is always macho or always confident about everything they do. So a lot of people just choose to lie. Everybody that's not putting their effort in, they better watch their spot, because I ain't got a lot when it comes to, a material sense, but I'm putting a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of stake into what I do. And I just know at some point that's going to pay off. Yeah, so that was the lyrics to my song Coffee, and what it took for me to write it. It's out on all platforms right now, so y'all go check that out and listen to it. I'm gonna do a couple more videos like this soon. Like, I have my whole freestyle series, the Book of Jared, that's on SoundCloud. I'm gonna probably do a breakdown series on that, because the lyrics have a lot of depth to them, so it's gonna need some unpacking. Appreciate y'all for following me and checking me out, and I'll see y'all next time.